Hi, I'm Dale from Beaver Valley Woodworking. Every year I try to do a major improvement on the shop. One, sometimes two. This time I'm going to improve the pegboard area. I'm going to increase the amount of storage I have in this area. So, because I'm doing videos weekly and I'm going to need a spot to store all this future stuff. Extra odds and ends and stuff, so let's get on to the build. I'm going to save this for later. Cutting two 1x10 boards at 66 inches long. Whipping one board 7 inches wide for the bottom rail, and whipping the other board 6 inches wide for the top rail. Putting a 5/8 inch wide, 7/16 inch deep dado on both the top and bottom rails. These rails are going to be for the tracks for the wheel. Installing bottom L brackets that will hold a 7 inch wide bottom rail. The spacing of the L brackets are 16 inches apart for the spacing of the wall studs. Well, on this bottom board I did some modifications. I did cut a hole out for the cord for the light, and I also cut out a little notch in the back for this piece of board. Now it's going to fit up perfect. I aligned those brackets up so it aligns with the studs. And another thing I noticed is I'm going to have to sand or grind off these metal points of the screws. Make it safer so I don't cut my hand open. Well, what happened was the tip of the screw ended up cutting the sanding belt in half. Oh well. Now that I know that this is all level, now I'm going to use some number 12 3-inch screws. This way get you through the OSB into the studs, because I have these brackets lined up with the studs. Well, that we got our new shelf installed. So I measured the distance between here and the shelving brackets I have for my wood up above. And I noticed I'm going to have to cut this down by 1 1/16 of an inch. So I'm going to do that on the table saw. Well, when I did this scene, I forgot to record. Let me redo it for you. Wow, it's already cut. Well, now what we're going to do is going to glue these slats of wood, which was already pre-cut before from when I took this down. To make the installation a lot more easier, just going to glue these right on. So the key thing is when you do this, glue your strips of wood, you want to make sure you don't cover any holes. The reason for this is when you put your peg hooks in, your peg hook's going to go right between the board. This way it gives you more freedom as far as where you can put your peg hook. What's cool with this setup, you got spring clamps on the end, clamping it down in the middle, and you got this board in the middle doing the clamping in the center. But still, what's happening is you got gravity pulling down on the two ends, which is creating the clamping pressure from this board right here. Now I'm on to the part where I'm going to install this top rail. I'm just going to nail them up right onto this shelving here. These 2x4s that are holding all my extra lumber, they're legs screwed into the studs inside the wall. temporarily installed. I'm cutting both boards down to 33 inches long. Cutting this board down to 23 3/4 inch long. Cutting 4 strips at 2 1/8 of an inch wide. Cutting the sheet of pegboard down to 33 inches wide. Now I'm ripping the pegboard down to 24 1/4 inches long. I also decided to add 2 more wheels to the bottom. By doing that, it'll help support all this added weight. In the top, I'm just going to add 3. Right now this is all dry. Now we're going to slide it right into the track. Bottom. Here it is. It's all installed. So now on the sliding part, I want to add a handle because I do not want to grab my hands behind because I'm going to have pegboard stuff behind it. So I'm going to install a handle. See? As you can see where my finger is, the wheels ain't fully engaged into the track, so I'm going to unscrew certain sections of the track, going to throw some shims in there. Last thing you want is for this to fall over when it's full of tools. I'm ripping some 1/4 inch thick scrap plywood I have laying around the shop down to 1 1/2 inches wide, and it's going to be 6 inches long. Those are going to be the shims for the top rail. Now we're going to put our 1/4 inch shims in there. Installing 1/4 inch shims going all the way along the top rail. This way the wheels are more engaged, and I'm going to screw that all down. Oh yeah, the wheel's more engaged right there. Well, here you are folks, the moving pegboard whatchamacallit thingamabob. I can't think of what to name it. Well, it's a great way to increase more pegboard space if you're into the pegboard. I like the pegboard because it's an easy way to store stuff, and after a while if you get sick of the arrangement you can just move it around and however you see fit. But me back here is the tool that I don't use as much. The tools I do use a lot are here, and over there is my hardware for future projects. So with more pegboard space, I don't have to put multiple things on top of one another and then over time forget what you have. Now this way I can take a quick glance right away. I know exactly what I have. Well, I hope you like this week's video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Check out Beaver Valley Woodworking on Facebook. Give it a like. And in a brand new BeaverValleyWoodworking.com. Oh yeah, and all the other social media things. I'll have that on the end of the video. Hey, have a good day. Be safe. Be creative. You can follow Beaver Valley Woodworking on Google+, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Keek, and the brand new BeaverValleyWoodworking.com. Thanks for watching.